Hello everyone, are you now ready for our lesson for the week? Of course, I know everyone is eager to learn, but before that, may I extend my warm greetings and wishing you all a very productive day. Again, I am your teacher Melody, ready to serve and teach you at my best. So our lesson for the week is all about the accounting equation. So here are the most essential learning competencies you have to attain at the end of the lesson. You learners should be able to illustrate the accounting equation, and you should also be able to perform operations involving simple cases with the use of accounting equation. What is the basic accounting equation? So this basic accounting equation is the basis of recording of business transaction and is derived from the dual aspect concept of accounting, which states that in every value received, there should be a corresponding value parted with. If there is a debit, there should always be a credit. So that is the dual aspect concept. It's an accounting formula expressing the equality of asset and equity. Equity comprising the liabilities and capital in every business transaction. These accounting elements are being found in the statement of financial position, the assets, the liabilities, and capital. So let's remember this, the basic accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. So what is an asset? So assets represent economic resources or things of value owned by the business. So these assets are being derived from loans, contributions of the owners, and income from business operations. So what are liabilities and capital? So these are the equities of creditors and owners in the business representing their claims over the assets of enterprise. So the dual aspect concept applies here. Say for example, the amount derived from loans. So you happen to be an owner of a grocery or a restaurant and you derive a loan from the bank. So that amount you borrowed will fall as asset, at the same time will fall as your liability. Asset because that will be recorded as cash under asset element, and it will fall as a payable under liability element. So there is a dual aspect concept application. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Another one, contributions of the owners. So the owner contributed in the business, contributed an amount or any asset in the business. So that will fall under asset element. And of course, will also fall under capital element. And then of course, income from business operations. So if you are already earning out of your business, these earnings will fall under asset, either as cash or receivables. And if barter, this could also be another or other forms of assets. And of course, that income will also fall under your capital, added to the capital because it is an income. But if it's a loss, it will be deducted. So this basic accounting equation contained by the statement of financial position, formerly known as the balance sheet. So assets, liabilities, and capital. So these are the three elements of the statement of financial position. Three elements comprising the basic accounting equation. The basic accounting equation plays a vital role in analyzing and recording economic transactions and events of the business enterprise. So only the transactions which are of economic value or substantial in nature must be recorded. So say for example, the company hired a sales clerk. That is not substantial in nature because of the word hired. There's no amount yet, or there's no payment to the sales clerk as the hiring. So it's not yet substantial in nature. But once you will give the payment to the, or you will give the salary of the sales clerk, that's now the moment that you have to record the transaction, because there is also already a substantial amount. That is the payment you will give to the sales clerk, the salary of the sales clerk. Basic accounting equation also implies that a business, being a separate economic entity from the owner, generally acquires economic resources which are contributed by its creditors and owners. So remember that separate economic entity. No, business is always separate and distinct from its owner. So whatever the transaction of the owner, it should be distinct from the transactions of the business. Unless if the owner get money from the business which will be used for personal use, for his personal intention, that should already be accounted as a drawing, withdrawal by the business owner from the business. So there should always be a separate economic entity, or should always be distinct from its owner. The position of liabilities in the equation being near to the asset implies that the third-party creditor shall obtain first priority over the assets of the enterprise. Proximity of the liability in the asset implies that the third-party creditor should be prioritized first. So if there is an earning, that earning should be given first as payment to the third-party creditors. So who are the third-party creditors? Example are the suppliers and the financial institutions wherein you derive a loan. So from the basic accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital, we derive another modified basic accounting equation, liabilities is equal to assets less capital. This modified accounting equation implies that the creditor's claim over the assets of the enterprise will be determined only when the owner's interest is to be deducted first from the total assets of the enterprise. So say for example, the business has total assets amounting to 300,000 and owner's equity amounting to 170,000. The owner's equity amounting to 170,000 should be deducted first from the asset amounting to 300,000 in order to get the creditor's claim over the assets of the enterprise. So assets 300,000 less owner's equity amounting to 170,000 is equal to liability amounting to 130,000. So that 130,000 now comprise the net assets to be given to the creditors. Therefore, the assets of the enterprise are either claims of the owners or claim of the creditors or both. So you are already familiar with the basic accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Now we'll proceed with expanded accounting equation. This accounting equation focuses on the elements which directly affect the owner's equity account. These are the capital, the revenues, expenses, and withdrawals, or acronym CREW. For the expanded accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital plus revenue less expenses less withdrawals. These revenues and expenses are under Statement of Comprehensive Income, or formerly known as the income statement. So remember that the asset, liabilities, and capital are the elements of being found in the statement of financial position. But we are tackling about the statement of financial position. So we are going deeper. But then remember, do not be confused that these revenue and expenses are only nominal accounts which should be close to the capital account at the end of the accounting period. But for emphasis, in order for you to know these accounts that directly affects the owner's equity, we have to learn this so-called expanded accounting equation. So the revenue or the profit, or also called as income, and the expenses, the losses, are elements of the statement of comprehensive income. So these are all nominal or temporary accounts, usually close to the capital account at the end of the accounting period. So the basic accounting equation shows only the statement of financial position elements because they are real or permanent accounts, usually maintained at the end of the accounting period and becomes the beginning balances of the next accounting period. So under the expanded accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital plus revenue less expenses less withdrawals. There are either increase or decrease effects in the owner's equity. So what are the transactions which would decrease the owner's equity account? So this could either be or both permanent and temporary withdrawals, and also any possible losses or expenses. And then this owner's equity will also be or could also increase by transactions such as initial investment of the owner, additional capital or additional investments of the owners, and then earnings or income derived from the operations of the business. Okay, that's all for this presentation. You have thoroughly learned about the basic accounting equation and the expanded accounting equation. So how these were being illustrated. So let us learn more through attentively watching and analyzing the discussions and illustrations presented in the part 2 of this topic, which is all about the accounting equation. Thank you and God bless. Learning is fun, so let us all enjoy learning. Goodbye.